Since we're officially in the Burr months, I think it's time for us to make pumpkins. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin candles, pumpkin pies, or just pumpkins. Whatever. Stay tuned. Before we go any further, hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification so that you can get updates for my next videos. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time since I posted a video. But you ever heard of taking a mental health day? Well, I took a mental health couple of months. I spent time with my family, drank some water, did some volunteering, kissed my cats who really didn't like that at all. I made some stuff for myself. I watched cat videos, and guess what? It worked like a charm. Moral of the story, it's okay to take time for yourself, organize, and then get back on track. Now let's do videos. So these are the supplies you're going to need. You're going to need your polyfill, you're going to need your pumpkin colored yarn, you're going to need your leafy green stem yarn, whatever you want to call that, a 3.75 crochet hook, scissors, needle, a pair of pliers, which is going to come in handy later on, and then you're going to need some stitch markers. I think that's about it. We'll figure it out as we go along. Except for this pumpkin, we don't need that. Okay, grab your pattern and follow along with me. You can find the pattern in the description box below, and it'll be located on my blog. To be honest, I kind of think you guys can handle following my pattern because it's very informative. Not only that, all you're doing is creating a circle and then creating a little bowl shape. Either you can follow the pattern, but if you feel like you're having a problem, I'll just link right up here at the top. I'll just link you to one of my circle videos, how to make a circle. And then once you learn how to do that, then you can return to this video again, and then you can finish out your pumpkin. But first, we need a cat video break. Now tune back into this video after you do row number 15. Okay, now that rows number 1 through 15 are done, we're moving on to row number 16. And this is the row that we're going to be using our single crochet decrease. So in order to do that, first you would have to take and insert your hook in the very first stitch, pull up a loop, then go into the next stitch. After that, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 on the hook, then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's how you do a single crochet decrease. And of course, for row number 16, we're going to be doing 4 single crochets in between each single crochet decrease. So let's see that single crochet decrease again. We're going to go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go in the second stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And then that's how you do a single crochet decrease again. And just make sure that you're filling it up with polyfill as you go. Now follow the pattern all the way up to row number 22 and then come back when you're about to do row number 23. Now for row number 23, I'm going to show you how to change to your stem color. So when you're about to do your last stitch, which was a single crochet, just do it half. So basically when you're doing your single crochet, you'll still have a loop on the hook. See how you have 2 here? And then you're going to use the green yarn to complete that single crochet. And then you pull the yellow yarn. So basically what you're doing is you're doing a color change. That's an invisible color change. And so that's how you do it. And now from this point, you're going to continue by using the green or your stem color. And then it's up to you. You can go back to your yellow color and you can cut it off. And then you can tie a knot just to secure it. Now tune back into this video after you've completed row number 26. Now this is the basic shape that we have according to the pattern. And so this is what your pumpkin should look like. As you can see, this is not much of a pumpkin shape. So we're going to grab some string here, like a good amount, not too much. and then we're going to thread that onto a needle. So for this part, we're going to need our needle and we're going to need our pliers. Our goal from this point is to give it a squish shape. You see how I squish it down, but it plumps right back up? We want it to stay in that shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to string and push through this needle all the way through the middle and have it come out to the top where the stem is. And we're going to pull it through. And basically we're going to stitch it into shape. So there's no other way for me to explain it other than we're just stitching it into shape. So I'm going to fast forward this, and basically you can see how we're going to keep that shape. And make sure that you don't pull the thread all the way through, and make sure you have that little thread at the bottom there, because that's going to come in handy later on. Now this is the shape that we wanted to achieve. Of course, in the course of doing this, it flattens out the bottom, which is exactly what you want. So now at this point, after we got our shape going on here, we got exactly the shape we want. Now we're going to start working on our, I don't even know what to call these, but basically you're making this pumpkin shape where it has these lines that make it, I don't know. You know what a pumpkin looks like. I can't explain what those are without Googling in the middle of me doing this video. But basically, I'm going to show you how to make it shape like a pumpkin. Okay? Okay, to do this, we're going to take a piece of string here, lay it down just like this. We're going to thread it up from the bottom to the top, but we're basically going to come out here instead of here. So see how I'm pulling that through? And then we're just going to pull that all the way through. And we're going to pull it as tight as we can because we want to squish and make a little indent. That's the word I was looking for. We're going to make a little indent in the side of the pumpkin so that it looks like it should look like that. Look at it. So we're just going to pinch it a little bit and make a little indent. So we're going to do that all the way around. We're going to come up, not where the string comes out at the top. We're going to go move over to make another section. So we're just going to keep doing that all the way around the pumpkin. Okay, so if you end up at the top after all your sections are done, it's okay. You can just go over just a little teeny stitch, just a little bit, so that the string doesn't show, and just push it all the way through to the bottom so that you can meet up with this loose string at the bottom here. And once you get to the bottom, you're just going to tie a little knot. And now you're going to thread up your ends here, and you're going to sew it into your pumpkin so that it doesn't come loose later on. And now this is your nicely shaped little pumpkin. I just wanted to do my pumpkin shape first because when I'm trying to fill the stem part with polyfill, it gets lost in the other parts of the pumpkin. When you stitching up the pumpkin, it causes obstructions in it so that when you put the polyfill into the stem, it actually stays in a stem. Now you can use the skills that you just learned with your single crochet decrease to complete your stem. So now we arrived at the end of our stem here. We're going to cut the string. Now we're going to do a quick little slip stitch, and then we're going to pull the yarn all the way through. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the pumpkin shape. I'm going to thread this needle and I'm going to shape the stem a little bit so it has a little bit more stability. Now you should have a nice strong stem. Now we're going to work on our leaf here, and we're going to start off with a chain 10. First, we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. Now we're going to do a single crochet. In the next chain, we're going to do a half double crochet. In the next 2 chains, we're going to do double crochet. Now I can see your leaf starting to shape up here. You got a nice little point at one end. Next, we're going to do a chain 3. Now we're going to take that chain 3 and we're going to slip stitch into the same stitch that we did the last double crochet. Now we arrive to the bottom of our leaf here and starts to have a nice little shape. So it should look like that. From this point, we're going to be skipping this last little bit of chain here, because that's supposed to be just the stem. And so we're going to turn just slightly so we can start working on the other side of our chain. We're going to start with a chain 3. Next, we're going to double crochet in the bottom of that chain there. Now double crochet in the next loop. Half double crochet in the next loop. Single crochet in the next loop. You have to look closely, but there is one more loop there, and we're going to slip stitch in there as soon as you can get your hook in there. And if you look at the top here, there's another little loop here. I'm very particular at how I like my things to look. And so if you tie off the yarn there, it would look a little floppy. So I want to get my hook right into that little tiny loop that's all the way at the top there. And I want to slip stitch in that too. And right there, and that's how you get that really strong point. And of course you have the end of the stem here. So now you're going to go and cut your yarn, do the pull through. Now you're going to take that string and you're going to thread it on a needle and you're going to weave it through. If in the process of you weaving your string through, you squish it a little bit and you made it look a little wonky or out of shape, you're going to take your needle and just pull it back through and just pull it back into shape. Now you can thread the ends into a needle and then you're going to sew it to your pumpkin. So this is kind of a cute pumpkin, but I feel like it's missing something. So we're going to do a little curly Q. And now for that, we're going to do a chain 30. Now here's the part where we make this flat, straight string chain curl up. Let's do that. Now starting at the third chain from the hook, you are going to slip stitch in the next 2 chains. Next, you're going to skip the next chain, and then you're going to slip stitch in the next 2. And now you're going to keep repeating that pattern all the way down the chain. You're going to skip 1, slip stitch in 2, skip 1, slip stitch in 2. When you arrive at the end of your chain, you should have 2 chains left. So what you're going to do is skip 1, and then you're going to slip stitch in the last one. And from here, you're going to cut your string. Next, you're going to pull your end all the way through. Now you're going to thread it onto a needle to sew it to your pumpkin. But first, let's admire the curl of this thing. It's so perfect. Now let's sew it to our pumpkin. I really wanted to make the most realistic looking pumpkin that I could with you guys. So I hope you liked this video. Hope you were able to follow the patterns closely. I hope I was able to teach you a couple things in the process. I hope this fits in with your pumpkin spice candle decor in your home. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and thank you so much for watching.